What's up, K-casters?
What's up, K-casters?
We can honestly say at this point, it's been a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute. Are you surprised? No,
Not at all.
because
They're not surprised.
we leave for long periods of time, and then we come back
And it's like nothing
suddenly.
ever happened.
Yeah, we pretend like we didn't just die.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So before we get into the topic, I'm gonna give a quick update. The rest of the vlogs are coming. I swear. I am actually piecing them together now. I'm putting them in order at least. They are coming and they will be out as soon as I can figure out how to put music over some of them because my hyung was cursing a lot and so was I. So the car ride, the whole entire car ride was Eric just swearing constantly because of traffic.
Okay,
So
we might have to try and mute parts of when we're talking in my backyard because we cursed out Big Hit.
we did. Oh my god, I forgot.
It's okay. I realized why they took down our video as quickly as they did. We have Go-Go in there.
Well, yeah.
Anything with Go-Go related got taken down when Go-Go first came out.
Mhm.
So because of that, that's why they took down our video so quick.
Mhm.
I
mean, we talked about that when I was there.
Right. But I've also put it up on both of the Twitters. If you guys want to see our random play dance, I do have that link on my Google Documents. You can just hit us up on Twitter, and I will provide the link to that because I still have it.
Oh my god, that's gonna haunt us. So, Nah. What are we talking about today?
X1 debut.
Woo!
Finally, it only took. I feel like they moved quicker than the other groups did, though.
Kind of.
But I feel like it's.
But not. I feel like IOI was the fastest. Kind of. That and Eyes On. You know, yeah. they were pretty fast as well.
I guess because this was my first produce, that I was like, oh, we have a group name already. Oh, we have a fandom name already. Like, we had the color, the logo. We had everything within 2 weeks of the show ending.
I feel like it's always been like that. I mean, I wasn't really there for 101, but I was there for IOI and iZone, so
right.
We did get stuff like that very quickly. So I feel like it is in place with MNet and the whole produced show itself.
That's another thing we're gonna be talking about as well with X1's debut. The complete bullshit that happened with MNet that we've all known's been going on for years, and we just ignored it, but now they made it blatantly fucking obvious.
Well, I mean, it's not that we've ignored it, especially when MNet disrespected EXO, EXO-Ls were on that, So
I think that's around the time I came into K-pop.
Mhm.
Because it
was when MNet was screwing everybody over.
Except BTS.
Yeah.
Yep, that was my first award show. Like my first award season.
Wow, you came into that shit show? Oh my god.
I was like, I was so iffy about standing both groups at the time. I was like,
the tensions were high during that award show.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if this is what the fans are like, because I didn't know the full extent of what was going on since I was so new. I was like, if this is what their fans are like, I'm gonna back out now.
Yeah, oh my.
Being a Rohan and I got 7.
These past end of the years have not been the best.
No, not
hopefully this year is better, because we are approaching the end of the year very quickly.
And the only reason I figured out that how long I've been into it is because it popped up on my Facebook with Astro. And it literally just said, I was watching To Be Continued. It had the title in Korean, and I had to sit there and read it for a second. I'm like, what the fuck does this say? The only thing that was in English was, why are they so cute? And I'm like, who the hell was I talking about? And I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh, this is when I found Astro. Oh.
Explains a lot.
This was 3 years ago. Crap.
Damn, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy how long I've been in K-pop.
No, it's crazy because when I look back on it, I wasn't friends with you yet. I wasn't friend with James or Brad, Sojins, Christine, any of our friends.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally like, who can I find that'll talk about this with me?
It's funny because I've been getting into a lot of more like English reactions recently.
Yeah.
And so I found, this one guy, I think his name's like Nicholas TV.
Mm-hmm.
And, he decided to react to Super Junior, because he wanted to see what, late first gen, early second gen K-pop was like.
Right.
And, he started out with, like, Sorry, Sorry. He went into, like, Bonamana, and then Mr. Simple, right? All of those have a very similar sound because that was what was popular at that time. That, like, heavy, like, old-school techno sound, So, like, to think that, he wasn't really into it too much because, it was such a weird area for K-pop during that time.
I can definitely see it because Mr. Simple was my first Super Junior song.
Hey, Mr. Simple.
It was, what happened was I was watching a drama, shocker, and it was Mr. Hedgehog and Miss Panda. And Donghae was in it. And I fell in love with him as an actor. And when I Googled his name, it said Super Junior and I think Super Junior M. Something along those lines. I don't remember. It's been that long at this point. And when I clicked on it, I'm like, oh, crap, there's a lot of them. I am not going to make it through this.
Yeah. Super Junior was a big group back in the day,
Right, and that's when they, if I remember correctly, I think it's when they still had all their members, right?
Yeah. They still had everybody, and then slowly people started dropping like flies. Like, shut up.
Super Junior's about to go on another tour.
Yeah.
But I read on TV that Heechul is sitting out of it still.
Yep.
Because of his leg, and people are going, well, can't he just sit on a chair? I'm like, look, at this point, as much as Heechul loves being part of Super Junior, he does not need Super Junior. He is a household name. People know who he is without attaching it to Super Junior.
Yeah, I feel like most people don't know that he's a part of Super Junior.
Right, because of the fact that he doesn't do tours with them.
Or perform with them much anymore.
Right, unless it's, I think he performs Lo Siento and parts of Sorry, Sorry.
Yeah, it all depends. It all depends.
I think it depends on how his leg's feeling that day.
Yeah.
But,
we're way off topic.
Well, it's because we were talking about MNet.
Yeah.
But MNet got caught this year blatantly cheating.
Yep.
Because the person, apparently they were always adding to people's totals. Like just, a little bit. But this one repeated the same algorithm for every
sequence
member.
Of numbers.
And people were going, oh, well, wouldn't this change the whole votes that certain members shouldn't be there anymore? No, because MNet went on to clarify that even though they added on to it, they were literally just adding on to whatever vote was already there. So that 7.431, whatever the fuck the number was, it was just, none of the members would have changed. None of their scores were that close.
But I mean, even just the fact that they're adding to the votes.
To the votes, right.
I get it if it's like, I feel like the way MNet thinks in the same way that SM does,
right.
Money.
Yeah.
So if they think that keeping somebody in it is going, like, keeping somebody, like, towards the top or, like, towards the bottom or something,
right,
is going to bring in more views, more votes, like, more money, getting people to, buy stuff or whatever.
Right.
But, like, what James is doing, like, signing up for their fan cafe and whatever.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's what they thought was a good idea. And, like, I get it. You are a business. You need to make money. But there's a difference between being a business who's making money and being a greedy business who only focuses on money.
Right. And
we can shove most companies into that. Something's caught in my throat.
just a little bit of bullshit caught in there, right?
Oh my god. YG.
YG has it's mainly because of you. I actually started watching more DK TV.
Bless. Stand DK.
Dude, seriously, like, people cancel them left and right, but I'm like, okay, but they're speaking the fucking truth.
They really are.
Like, and there's some bullshit with YG there. It's not even really bullshit. I find it laughable. But
that the trainees are leaving.
Yup.
I'm actually like very curious to see how YG is gonna recover from this, because they've recovered from things before. Like when Top had his whole marijuana thing,
right.
When Park Bum had her whole drug scandal. Through those and like all the criticisms and whatever, the mix and all that stuff.
Right.
They've always managed to somehow rebuild their reputation.
Right.
So. But now, the whole Burning Sun thing, I feel like...
I was in PD's Twitch live stream earlier just to hang out for a bit because I had nothing to do. And because it's been a while since I jumped into a PD live stream, that people were saying, oh, G-Dragon's going to save the company, or Blackpink, and PD made a good point. Blackpink does not have the ability to save YG. As talented as those women are,
no,
they don't have the ability.
People are gonna get mad for this, but if you think about it in a certain way, how many songs do Blackpink really have?
That's what I said in my comment in the live stream. Blackpink does not have the discography to back up their talent.
Not only that, but not like they are. Yes, they're popular, but they don't necessarily have a reputation.
Right. Does
that make sense?
They're still a little too new for that.
What? Blackpink debuted 2-3 years ago?
3 years, I think.
Yes. 2016-ish?
Right. Like, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, financially, yeah, GD could probably save the company.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, the OT4 Big Bang could. Because not only do they have the discography, they have the reputation, they have the money for it at that,
right.
Considering they are rolling in money.
Minus fuckface. He can stay in his own little corner of the gremlin world.
That's why I said OT4.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I'm sorry.
I said OT4.
I didn't hear you. I apologize for that.
It sucks. To have to refer to Big Bang as OT4.
But at this point, it's
unforgivable.
It really is.
Like as much as I want to keep telling myself, like, no, he's innocent. Like he would never. Like I'm Uri Makne. He would never. But like, it's all there. Like
it's literally it's all there.
I know some people are like still backing him up, like, oh, he's innocent, but defenders. Like, come on, guys.
The Opar Warriors have not backed down on it.
And like I get it. Big Bang has been such a huge thing in K-pop for so long. They've made such an impact on people that to have somebody that we thought was only slightly shady turn out to be actually shady.
And I just felt bad of all the innocents that were dragged into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, between the women who were hurt by this, they, for a while, they were pulling idols into it because a name popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they tried, Mark from GOT7, they tried dragging him into it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Minnow from Winner.
No.
Minnow from Winner got dragged into it. Yeah. Kang Daniel got dragged into it.
Like, all these idols that got dragged into it. That flat out said, no, they offered it to me, and I said no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's another topic for another day. We're getting off topic again.
We are. X1.
X1 made their debut 3 days ago.
With Flash. the album Quantum Leap,
Yes.
which Brianna has ordered.
And Brianna ordered the Quantum Leap version, so Brianna fucked herself because Brianna got all the dark pictures.
You know what? It's okay, because you're about to give us the best album opening unboxing ever.
Oh, yeah. You don't understand. Like, I ordered from Choice Music LA. As a
reliable company, yes, we stand.
Well, which normally I would order from K-Town For You, which is based right in Seoul. But last time I did that, I turned what should have been like the album itself was only $13, and I ended up paying $50, and that was for the Astro album.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I ended up the page didn't fully translate, and I ended up paying for expedited shipping. So this time I ordered from Choice Music LA. I found out though via James that because I'm getting a poster with it as well, I opted for the poster option. It's coming as 2 separate packages.
Oh, that's great.
I'm like, so, and they're shipping a day apart. So am I going to get them on the same day, or am I going to get them on 2 different days?
You're probably going to get them on 2 different days.
Probably, and because of that, it's going to have to delay the unboxing.
Or you could, well, yeah, no, that would be dumb to make like a minute video.
Yeah, like of just showing the poster, because I'm pretty sure the album shipped first.
Right.
So that part alone would be just stupid.
But I mean, you'd only be holding it off for like
a day. Right.
So that's fine.
Well, it also depends on the day it comes to me, because if it's a day where I'm at work, then it's gonna be delayed another fucking day.
No.
But yeah, I decided to splurge and pre-order this album. I do not buy albums often. The last album I bought was, in fact, the Astro album, but with the logic of Astro was my first group.
You don't really buy albums, unlike me and James, who buys it when we can, get the chance.
Well, no, James just buys it.
Yeah, James has no restraint. He just goes all out. He gets everything.
Right, like I can't even. No, that was Fans, because Fans wanted to order like all the versions of the new 17 album, and it would come to $134.
Fucking, I'd kill myself.
I commented in our chat that I'm like, yo, if you actually do that, they better like hologram out of the fucking album and serenade you member by member.
Facts.
Because that's like concert money.
I better be getting June himself in that box, I swear.
Yeah, right, shit. That's like the $900 Monster X resale tickets. I better be sitting in one of their laps, like.
Exactly. Like, my photo card better actually be the member with a piece of paper stuck behind his head. Like.
Imagine how she's standing there with a piece of paper stuck to her.
To give the photo card type.
But I don't know what Choice Music LA did, but I saw the little, I guess it was, you call it a teaser for the album on their Instagram, and it looked like when you took a picture of the photo card, it started dancing.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, I was so confused. I'm like, is this what happens with the photo cards? Because yes.
Please?
No, please no. Because if it, no.
Oh, you got the best version. Oh my god, could you imagine you get a fucking, Woosuk photo card, and, you take a picture, and it's just, him, body rolling?
No, because, his... his body rolls are a little awkward.
No, they're not. He's perfectly fine. I love our cross-eyed baby, okay?
Oh, I love him too. I was not appreciative of in the music video, however, the way he looked at the camera, I almost yeeted my phone. I was at work when the MV dropped, and I watched it when it dropped. I think me and James were actually the only ones awake. Friends. And I'm texting him, and I'm like, nope, I'm throwing it. It's going.
I actually didn't watch it till yesterday, and I got it in an ad, and I was so shook. I had to stop my original video to recollect myself.
Yeah, like, it was so good. The
I think
visuals
we
that they
should.
used. Although I do have to say, I temporarily how do I word this? Brisk Life. He is on a probationary uncancelment.
I was actually going to talk to you about this like later or whatever. I actually started. He popped up on my recommendation. You know, I was like, I'm gonna give him a shot. You know, I was like, I'm gonna see if he has taken criticism that has been given towards him. You know, because you know, if PD was able to hang around him, I feel like that I should be able to now watch him comfortably without feeling like
He's comparing idols.
He's comparing or exploiting somebody.
Right.
You know, so I ended up watching him. I went through like half of his channel up until he started getting problematic again, and then that was when here's how to tell if you're in the right part of Briss's channel. This isn't a diss, it's a constructive criticism, and I'm glad that he stopped this. If you start seeing black guy reacts, or you start seeing just like BTS in the title or the thumbnail or whatever, that's how you know you're in problematic zone. But if it's like
even like
him,
his BTS videos in the beginning were very they were rude. They were just straight rude.
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't like how we always refer to the idols as rude. It was I'm gonna punch you in the throat if you open your mouth again, rude.
Yeah.
But
so,
I watched a couple of his Got 7 things. I watched his X1 reaction, and judging by what I saw, he is on a probationary uncancelment.
I do think that he has taken the constructive criticism.
He has as well.
I feel like he has settled his, ego, because that was one of the main problems. It was his ego.
His ego very much got in the way.
Yeah, and I watched his like AP's reaction, his like Got 7 stuff. Like I watched him, appreciate groups.
Right.
It was something that was a good change.
Exactly.
So, congratulations, Briss. You have managed to somehow correct yourself.
I noticed it started happening after KCON 2 years ago when I went.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like maybe hanging around the other YouTubers might have, like, toned him down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, he obviously had fans coming up to him. But I think he probably saw the way, like, we reacted with the other YouTubers, and he was like, oh, wait. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
Or maybe they sat down with him and went, look, this is what you can't do.
Or, he watched Internet's Nathan video. Sorry, one of the best things, because, Nathan was one of the first people to actually talk about the whole Briss thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, he made this video giving constructive criticism on how he can improve his channel, improve his reactions. Because at that time, that was Nathan's thing. Nathan was a reaction channel. And I mean, he still kind of is, but now he's more into, like, this, like, the information and the story behind K-pop, which is really cool. So you guys should, like, go check out Nathan. Shameless plug. He's really good. He's really great. So at that time, he gave constructive criticism on how to. This is just a rant at this point.
It is.
But he gave constructive criticism on how Briss could lower his ego, and he pointed out what he did was wrong, and he did it in a respectful manner. Of course, he made jokes and whatever.
Right.
But
which is normal.
But he was still, being genuine and sincere, and he made it clear that it wasn't hate,
right,
and like all this whatever. So yeah, how did we get here?
I'm not even sure anymore.
Anyways, who's your X1 guy?
Well, mine is Wooseok. And when we first started watching the produced show, I thought it was going to end up being Hyungjin, because he was just precious baby. Like, I was a very big fan of him from the beginning.
I feel like we all were, me and you were at least, except for like James.
Right.
Throughout the entire thing, it was always like me and you screaming over like Dongpyo and Hyungjun.
I was, because Inappropriate K-pop Mom reacted to X1 today. Well, she put up the reaction today. And I started, like, trying to help her piece together who's who. And I was like,
called them bratty baby.
No,
and
it was just baby boy and bitchy baby.
There you go.
Because in the first couple episodes, Dongpyo was very catty.
He was I remember he was gossiping.
He was gossiping. He was just straight up basic bitch.
He had all the tea. He was willing to share. It was great.
It was kind of like he would be the one to cuddle up to the Hyungs, listen and talk, and then go back and bullshit with the Magnes. Like,
yup. Like, that was literally what it was.
And at the beginning, I'm like, okay, I see you. I appreciate this. You look like you're 12. But.
So, my X1 bias is Johan. And actually, it's a tie between Johan and Dongpyo, but it's mainly Johan. You know, seeing him grow throughout the show, not only that, but from No Mercy,
right.
You know, because Johan finally, he did it. Like, I feel so proud of him, you know, because I watched No Mercy, and if you guys don't know, No Mercy was the show that created Monsta X, yeah. And Johan was a contender on that show. And
for the first, 2 weeks.
He was there for a little bit.
Oh, it was like the first 2 or 3 weeks, because I watched No Mercy well after Monsta X debuted.
He was in there for he held his ground. He was there for a while.
Yeah.
And then he got eliminated, and so, you know, after that, I kind of thought I wasn't really going to see him again, you know, because there were some people who did, you know, make it out of No Mercy and do things like Shotgun.
Yeah.
He made it. He became a solo artist, and he's doing his own thing now, you know. So I thought, you know, we were never going to see anything from Johan. But then he showed up on Produce X 101.
You didn't recognize him at first. James pointed out who he was.
I didn't, because I was like, because I think I said something like his name was familiar or something.
I think that's what you said, and then James brought up No Mercy.
And I was like, oh, no way, right? And so automatically that already, like, drew a connection with me. Because he didn't get a lot of screen time until, you know, they started doing the group missions.
Right.
So we hadn't really seen him much until they started doing the group stuff.
Right.
And he started rapping, and I was like, I know him. And then Juhan, when he was a judge.
Juhan brought it up.
Yeah, and
he's like, I thought I'd never be in a room with you again like this.
Didn't I cry? At that part, I think I did. I can't remember.
I don't know. There was a couple times you cried, so I'm not sure.
I cried way too many times during that show.
Dude, seriously.
Me and you, we were bawling.
We were emotional wrecks.
And then James was there just like, this is sad.
Yeah. Well,
and then that was it.
During the final selection process, I think I had like 4 panic attacks.
No, me.
And I was like, oh my God. If like, people are like, oh, if this person doesn't make it, I'm not standing. And I'm like, just shut up and be happy.
You know, I think something that was funny was, you know how, like, when the show started, we were very talkative in the chat, and as things got more intense, we would talk less and less, and finally, when we got into those, like, final episodes, we were just straight silent.
You pieced.
Bro,
You were like, I'm done.
You know, listening to the album, Suhwan would have been amazing on these tracks.
But he's getting ready to debut as a solo artist.
I know. I saw. Do you know how happy I got?
And same.
Because Brianna can confirm, all throughout the whole thing, I had my eyes on Suhwan from the start. from the start. I was like, I like him. What's his name? And then I remembered his name, and throughout all the like performances and whatever, I was like, where's Sohan? Where is Sohan? All the time.
I was gonna say he's getting ready to debut as a solo artist. Yuvin recently re-debuted as part of a duo.
Which I saw some theories that like this is MNet making up for the whole
This is
cheating
exactly what it is.
thing.
When you look at who's getting ready to debut now, they were all on Produce X.
Yeah.
Like the 4 trainees that were part of Maru, they're getting ready to debut as part of a group. In which it's called, no, that's a different group. But there's a group getting ready to debut. It's called like 4W or some shit. But there's 5 members and it throws me through a goddamn loop.
Yo, I'm literally like getting put through the ringer with all of these. Like I'm trying to keep up with everything, and like I really can't.
As big as a fan of I was of Yuvin during Produce, I have yet to listen to the song.
Me too. I'm trying to sort everything out, okay? There's certain stuff that I still haven't listened to that has been, like, way long ago. Like, I still haven't listened to Baekhyun's solo album.
Oh, neither have I. I did hear one of those. I went to a place in Philly with Terry Ann, my friend Terry Ann, and it was called Mr. Wish. We got boba tea and mango crepe. And I'm sitting there, and
barbecue sauce on my titties. Sorry, the vine crackhead kicked in.
You. Basically, though, but we're eating our shared crepe, we're drinking our bubble tea, and I'm like, why do I hear Korean? This is not a Korean restaurant. Why do I hear Korean? So I just turn and I look, and they're playing EXO B-sides.
Yay!
And so I was getting some exposure, and my friend who does not like K-pop had to sit there and listen to it for an hour.
You know, anytime you talk about like hearing like K-pop and like the rest, I always think of the first time that we met, and we were sitting in that the barbecue place, and we were bumping.
And the waitresses were laughing at us.
That was so fun.
Because we would be sitting there, like, chewing on whatever the hell we were eating at the time. And we're like, oh, we know this song. We would start singing along.
I remember Shana came on, and I lost my shit.
Shana came on, like, Card came on a couple times.
EXID
came on once.
And one of the best parts is that we could never really tell until, like, later in the song. Like, we would both freeze and, like, look at each other, because then we would, like, finally hear the song.
Right. The best part about that still was once we hit Center City, English went out the window. And it was, like, kindergarten level Korean, so I can understand.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting in the restaurant. You're still speaking Korean, and I'm just replying in English. And the waitresses are so confused.
She was genuinely so confused because, you know, I am not the most Korean looking person, you know.
And
not even close to it. So the fact that I was like throwing like straight like 5-year-old Korean at Brianna, these waitresses, you know, they were obviously Korean waitresses. They came up and said,
the one who was waiting on us flat out said she didn't really speak Korean.
Yeah, but she heard us speaking it.
No, she heard you speaking it, me replying in English.
You would little bits of Korean
like,
here and there.
Like, I would do that to you. I still do that to you.
Mhm. I feel like no matter how much Korean I throw your way, your response is always gonna be
But at one point, because when we were in the restaurant, you were like, "What do you want to eat?" And I understood that, like, with full clarity. And I just started pointing out things I wanted to eat. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna.
Order.
Hmm?
You made me order.
I did because I didn't want to screw up the pronunciations.
It's not
didn't. Like, once you said it and I went back and read it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Like, the one thing you could have ordered was bibimbap. Like, that's not hard.
I think the one thing I said I wanted was tteokbokki.
Yeah.
I think that was the only thing I actually said.
Uh-huh.
But it was just really entertaining. Because they thought we were adorable at the same time.
They were lovely. They were great.
They were really. I want to go back there.
We should. Next time I'm there.
That's because we didn't with everything that was going on last time you were here with GOT7.
We didn't have time. Yeah, no. Between going to work with you, getting ready for GOT7, actual GOT7,
dying.
You know.
We almost yeeted ourselves off the balcony like 3 times.
I can like still feel the pain in my throat.
Same.
From 3 weeks away.
And I went back and I watched one of the videos. I can't remember which one, and we're raspy.
Oh my god! I know I got
through the show.
I got raspy real quick. Like it did not take long.
Stray Kids though.
Oh my god! I'm telling you this now. I'm not allowed to see Stray Kids live because the fan chants are like actual like tongue-bend rap for some of it, and
okay.
You know I learned that.
But I sent you my fan cam for Yeah Yeah Yeah, and he held the microphone out to us, and we're like, tag, you're it, fucker. Like. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick because I'm gonna go back inside and get another drink. So where's the button? Okay, and we're back.
What's up?
We keep getting severely off topic.
I know. Honestly, this isn't really like...
It's nothing new.
Are y'all surprised? You shouldn't be. Could you imagine this is like somebody's like first time listening to us?
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
And I'm so sorry if this is the first time you're hearing from us.
But if you go back and listen to our other ones, it is a common occurrence for us.
We literally have one that's titled "In Which We Can't Stay on Topic."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't even know what that one was about.
All I remember was that we rambled a lot, like we're doing in this one. Oh, you know what? We can title this one X1 and MNet, but we ramble.
Yep, that's perfect.
There you go. Me with these cheeky titles.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about X1. As everybody knows, or at least some people know, X1 is the products of Produce X101, hence the, unnecessary use of the one. Because if you look at every group that's come out of Produce, it's always something involving a one.
Produce X101 is a survival idol show that is produced by MNet. So far, it has had around 4 seasons, along with a Chinese adaptation called Idol Producer. And the main thing of the show, for those of you who probably don't know and are thinking, Brianna, what is Produce about?
Well, you guys son,
let me tell you. Sit down. Let's talk. You see, the whole thing of Produce is they take about 101 trainees, depending on what show. If it's Produce 48, because 48.
Or if they get kicked out before the show even starts.
Shut up. We don't talk about that. They take around 101 trainees, and they give them missions, and they are rated by grade, for which they go through elimination until they end up with about 11 members.
Yep.
And
this group is set to promote for 5 years under Swing Entertainment. The first half is meant for them to focus solely as a group. The second half is where they will be able to work with their own companies and such. Okay, so apparently, the album, there seems to be 2 different translations for what the album's actually called. Because when you look at the album itself it says Bisong Quantum Leap or something like that. Yeah, I think so. But it seems on K profiles it says Emergency Quantum Leap. But I've seen other ones that call it Soaring Quantum Leap. So I'm a little confused on that one, but we won't go there. The official fandom name is I'm on the K-pop profile right now, just so I don't mess up members' names. Our fan colors officially are Butterfly, which is a shade of green, Urethral blue, which is a light blue, Sunshine, which is I'm not even gonna say because if you don't know what color the sun is, look at J-Hope. And then Galaxy Blue, which is a darker shade of blue.
Nice. We have good colors this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The leader is Han Sung-woo. And oh, he's actually not that tall. Thought he was taller. He's a solid 6 foot.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought he was taller.
Okay, well he's not like Pentagon Rusok tall, so it's okay.
Right. Then
Damn, that boy is like.
He's tall. He is a tree. Then you have Cho Sung Yoon.
Song Yoon.
Thank you. Who is also a solid 6 foot. Are they all around the same height? Cause kick me now.
Idol Dongkyo and Hyungjun are not 6 foot.
No, neither is Woosuk.
Bro, they are my height. Come on.
Woosuk's 5'8".
God damn it.
But he is my bias because we are the same star sign, therefore we have similar personality traits. We actually have the exact same birthday with the exception of me being 5 years older. Finally on my birthday. Oh, and then one of his
I'm gonna, real quick, for those of you who don't know, Woosuk is also a member of Uptension.
That's one thing I wanted to do. Hold on, I wanted to go back, because Sungwoo was a member of Victon. He was actually the strongest member. Okay,
yep.
That was weird. And then Sungyeon, his solo activities were under Woods. And then it was also something else that popped up in a different color. He trained for 9 years. He's a member of Unique as a main vocalist and rapper.
So when it comes to these produced shows, like some idols already have a group.
Debuted, yeah.
So what? You know, you can go ahead stand X1, but always remember you can be multi-fandom, and please go and support these idols' other group because literally they're on the show to promote their group. So, like, you should really check out Victon, Unique, and Uptension. And also, you know, there were members from VAV. You know, support everybody. Just go support and stand everybody. It may be stressful, but it pays off in the end, I promise.
Yeah, it does. Then, next going along this list is Kim Yo-han.
My boy!
He's 5'11".
What?
Yeah.
The hell? I didn't know he was tall.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Hold on. Sungwoo, Yohan, and Junho are also known as the We Bear Bears trio because they have performed every song together on PDX 101. Next is Hangyul, who is bias wrecking the hell out of me.
Yo, he's spicy.
Yeah, he is. He's 5'9".
Ooh.
Oh my, he is, wow. He was a whoopsie. He has 2 older brothers. One is 15 years older than him, the other is 16 years older than him.
Oh. A happy accident.
Exactly, he was a happy accident. Next is Cha Junho. Oof. Oh god, I forgot how young these people are. Fuck me. He was born in 2002.
I forgot, I'm older than the Maknae.
Yeah. He is actually 5'10". Wow, they're getting shorter.
What the?
Next is Dong Pyo, or who we called very affectionately in the beginning of the series the bitchy baby.
Love him.
Oh, I'm taller than him.
How tall is he?
He's 5'5".
He's taller than me. I'm gonna rot, guys. This is my death.
Next is Minhee, who is also bias wrecking the shit out of me, and oh Jesus Christ, he's 11.
Do you remember how much I flipped out when I realized there was more than one Minhee?
Dude, you were like,
dude,
which one are you talking about?
I literally thought that I had took like there was like I forgot what scene it was, but they were all in one area. There was like 3, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. There was like 3 Minhees.
They were all in the same group.
They were all in like the same. I don't remember if they were the same group. They might have been, but I don't remember.
No, it was for one of the performances.
Okay, so they were all in the same group, and they were literally standing in the same area. And I went, yeah, look, these men. I was like, I'm not the only one who sees this, right? There's like 2 to 3 Minhees, right? And like, I got so confused. I thought I was losing my mind because neither you or James were. You were like, no, there's not. I was like, there's literally 3. Like, I thought I was tripping, but I wasn't.
But yeah, he's 5'11". He's tall, and that blonde hair is never do it again.
Shoot me. I want him to shoot me.
Oh, there's another person near my birthday, and I didn't know about this. Unsong. He's October 26th.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know that. He's 5'10". Then baby boy, Hyungjin. He's 5'9".
He's taller than me. Wait, is he really that tall?
Yeah.
What the?
174 centimeters.
What the?
God, I could bench press him though. He's 121 pounds. I could bench press him.
Oh my god. I couldn't because I'm weak, but I mean, like, I could probably like pick him up.
Yeah. And then
you're out here like doing like full like workout regimens with him, and I'm here just like barely picking him up.
You ready to be shook?
Sure.
We're at the Magne now. Doyeon. He's 5'11".
Is it? Oh, wait, isn't he like 03?
04.
Oh. I know how you feel, Nuna. I understand it now. I understand the feeling of feeling old.
Okay.
I get it.
Shut up, because no matter what, when you look at this logically, he's fucking 15. I'm 28.
I know. I'm like.
You're 17 American age.
Yeah. So I'm like 3 years older than him.
Shut up.
Doesn't that rub it in for you? Doesn't that just make it worse?
No, because when you look at like just looking at GOT7 alone, I'm 2 years older than the oldest, and then 3 years older than half of the rest of them. Because literally they're all 94, except for Youngjae, who hits 96, and then you got the 2 Magnes at 97.
I mean, no matter what, they're still years ahead of me, you know?
Right.
So I don't really have to worry about them. See, no, for you have to worry about being put in jail. I worry about putting people in jail.
Yeah.
See, it's okay if I thirst over them because I'm a teenager. But if they thirst back, that's jailbait.
Yeah. So now we're going to go down to the songs that are on this album. So, I don't think my phone actually put them... Oh, no, yeah, it did. Okay, there we go. Because I do have the album on my phone.
Yay.
The first one was the intro, which was Stand Up.
It was really good. I did like the intro.
I enjoyed it. They did the intro during their ShowCon. And that was the first I'd ever heard it, and I was like, ooh.
I tend to be iffy on intros and outros. I tend to, like, take them or leave them, you know?
Right.
like after I've like listened to the full album, I tend to skip intros because it's like a minute song. You know, I want to get into the good stuff. You know.
But it's weird. Their intro doesn't flow like a normal intro.
It doesn't. Like it was great.
They didn't even have to label it as an intro. They could have left it as a standalone song.
They get it because
stand out, stand alone.
Okay.
And I didn't even make that connection. And you came in here earlier for these jokes.
Okay, yours was just bad. Mine's just
but in my defense, I told you were gonna find a way to hit me through the phone.
Yo, I was ready to fight you.
He straight up told me in Korean, "Get out."
Yeah.
And I must have like just recently done that in my Korean textbook because I understood it without having to translate it.
Yay! 축하합니다.
But also, I believe it's in Stand Up that we get their greeting.
I didn't catch that.
They use it as a lyric in the song, but when they introduce themselves, I think it's soar high, or we soar, something like that, something along those lines.
Okay, what is this concept? Because it is kind of all over the place.
Well, because if you think about it, they couldn't do a straight sexy concept because of the fact they do have a minor in the group. So I feel like the balance between sexy and cute, it was very well balanced.
They did it well, because sometimes, you know, I see this happens a lot in girl groups. They find it hard to find that balance of like how to manage older members with minors, you know, and get that good balance between, you know, appealing sexually towards people, but then also being that cutesy side that they have to be because of this 12-year-old child in your group.
Right, like it makes it difficult.
And X1 balanced that really well, really considering Sohyun is literally 5.
Literally 5? He's literally 15.
He's literally 5.
After Stand Up was Flash. And Jin and I came to one general consensus about the Flash MV is gay.
Yeah, it's very gay.
It's hella gay.
It is very, very gay, and I appreciate it.
You said you watched, was it Briss who said it?
I didn't watch any reaction. Oh my god, my voice.
No, it was one of the reactors for Flash. I think it might have been Briss. But he was saying, in the beginning when they make the X and somebody tries to break through, it doesn't work. And I did enjoy that because it did make sense to me. It was like X1 is unbreakable.
Or if we're getting deeper, like the bond between X1 is unbreakable, and you know they have that great teamwork, family type.
They do. Like they're from their very first V Live. You saw the chemistry between these young guys. I did watch it without the subtitles. And I was just watching, and that's definitely what solidified Woo-Seok as my bias, because dear Lord, that boy is all over the place.
I feel like when it comes to like groups that have been through survival shows, they tend to be, you know, way closer, you know.
Right.
Or like a group that had like a rough start, or a group that has so many members, like NCT. They didn't necessarily have a rough start because they were big right from the start, you know?
Right.
When NCT 127 came out, they already were like...
They already had that camaraderie.
Yeah. So I feel like because they have so many members, they have to rely on teamwork.
Right.
You know? And then when it comes to, like, if you look at Monsta X, they are so incredibly close, you know? It's like that thing of, like, Stray Kids. You know, they had 2 members eliminated, and they thought they were never going to get them back, you know?
We talked about that. We didn't talk about it on podcast, I don't think. But me and you did talk about that. Because we said we felt like it was more for a publicity stunt, and because I think it was Lino? had to go on tour with BTS.
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, member Stray Kids Lino at the time was a backup dancer.
Right, for BTS. So he went on tour with them. So that's why we were starting to feel like that eliminating Lino and Felix was mainly for publicity. It was that JYP always knew they were going to debut as 9 and go from there. Because I didn't watch the Stray Kids Survival Show until well after. I think we watched it like a month before their official debut.
Yeah, because we knew they were going to debut, so we thought that you had to see it. Because both me and James...
No, because you two are vindictive as my best friends and wanted to see me cry.
That true. That true. That too.
Right. Shit. We're getting off topic.
When I was talking about, like, that close bond that I feel like most survival show groups end up having, you know, like, being put through. You can tell I don't talk much anymore. Nope. My voice is going. You know, it's that survival group bond that you kind of get, and, like, I feel like X1 has that bond.
Right.
Or at least now it's, like, that similar bond that they were showing through the show. Now that their lineup is, like, official, I guess.
Right.
I feel like they're strengthening that bond now more, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know, man. You know? You understand? That's how I feel right now. I feel like every, like, non-English speaking K-pop idol ever, you don't forgot, okay?
I just came back to that, when Youngjae pretty much kind of noticed me. Because that's still not subtitled. So I'm not 100% sure, but we know that translated wrong, because all I got was, I'm very, very tired. The third album on the third album?
The third album on the album, wow.
Okay. No, it's your favorite song on the album, but I'm not going to try and say it because, Jesus God, that's a lot of syllables.
In English, it's
like always.
Not any.
No, that's when you go to look it up on YouTube, it's like always. It's called Like Always.
Okay, but the actual Korean title translates to You're Prettier When You Smile, so...
Oh.
우린데 제일은 예뻐.
Oh. Cute.
Did you not know that?
No, because it always popped up as Like Always, so that's what I thought it was called.
Ani? Oh my god. We're gonna let her recover for a second, but yes, this is my favorite song off the album. I think it showcases a lot of the members' talents really well. It had a very nice feeling to it. It was generally my type of song.
Did you watch the video that I'd sent you for it?
Yes.
Where they were all, like, dressed cute and Johan was sitting in the damn corner because he took a bad step?
Yes. Shut up.
Bubble wrapping. If for some reason they ever stumble upon this, because I did find out, I can't remember which one. One of them speaks English.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So if they stumble upon this, we're bubble wrapping you. You want to translate that? Because you can't do it. You are gonna have to teach me eventually, because then I'll use it in a V Live and see what happens. Find it myself then. someone else who speaks Korean.
Yeah.
Anyway. You good? Anyway, that song definitely shows off. I felt like when I first watched the video at James's coaxing, my first thought was, holy crap, this is perfect for Hyungjun and Dongpyo. Like, it was just right up their alley.
It really was. It fit them so perfectly. Bohan did really good too. I think that fits him too. Although I cannot recognize his face majority of the time, I feel
He's
like
chubby.
I can pinpoint.
He's chubby in the cheeks.
That's who I think it is. Okay, so I was right. That was Dohyun.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it does fit him well.
But I also want to say, because I realize, like I said, because I do know the one member does speak English. When I said he's chubby in the cheeks, I didn't mean that as a bad thing. Please don't go on a diet. It's I love chubby cheeks. They're the cutest frigging thing ever to me. And also, at 15, you are still going through puberty.
You're gonna gain weight so easily. Oh my God.
You're gonna gain weight. You're gonna lose weight. Jimin is a great example of that because his cheeks disappeared. But if you are gonna diet, please do it healthily. Right? That's a word, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it right. Make sure you're healthy about it,
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of things that people don't understand is that when you diet, there's a certain way to do it, and there's a certain way to not do it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between starving and dieting.
Yeah.
You may think you're dieting by starving yourself, but you're not.
Right.
So, there's certain ways to do it,
Yeah.
So be safe.
Let's move on and away from the morbid topic, even though this next song is the one that made me cry.
I mean, I didn't cry, but I felt it.
But this is another part where I realized so many phrases and words in Korean can mean different things. Either that or it was a mess of translation again. But because the song is titled Gwenchanayo, which I always knew to be I'm okay, or I'm fine, or are you okay? Not I'm here with you, or I'm always here.
Who's titling these?
No idea. I mean, I can see where it could be a translation for it. But as a direct translation, no.
No.
What I said was right.
I feel like what they did was, because I feel like they do this in K-pop often. They'll make the song or whatever, and they'll have the Korean title, and then they will make a separate English title. Like they did that for Crazy Sexy Cool. Their Korean title is not Crazy Sexy Cool.
Alright, y'all need to ignore my YouTube list for a second here, because I'm trying to scroll down to make sure. And I watched some weird things over the course of the week. Dude, it ranges from, like, Family Guy to American Dad to The Simpsons with Korean subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh. Where? Oh, that's right. I forgot. I watched one. I watched one live stage, and then I flat out got every other one. Yeah, they translated it as "I'm here for you."
What they might be doing. I feel like they just have like
an English
speaker. Like a separate like English title. Because
yeah,
that is the thing that happens.
Right,
like,
it is. But it was just weird for me because I always, like I said, I always knew that to mean, are you okay? I'm okay. Stuff like along that. And so to see it as I'm always here for you, I'm like,
what?
brain broken, Korean out the window. But this song, the emotions that came with it.
It was so good.
And
it was so good.
Hangul's vocals.
Oh
my God.
I was dead. Oh my God. You should have seen me listening to this. So, like, I listened to this album today, by the way, a few hours ago, kind of ish.
Because I told him he had some today.
I was all over it. Like I'm in my room right now. I was in my room earlier. You know, as I was going through this album, I found myself rolling around all over my bed and whatever. Like, and I kept finding myself trying to turn my phone up, knowing that it's all the way up, you know, because I wanted to hear it more. So I put headphones in. I turned that all the way up, and it still wasn't loud enough. So, you know, that was one of the songs that made me like stop and just appreciate
their the way they flow together when they sing.
Oh, it's so good.
Because even when you put together these groups, you have so many talented people, but sometimes they don't flow well together.
Mm-hmm. I feel like one of the most important parts about being in groups is, especially in a survival show like this, you need to pick people. Well, I mean, I guess when it comes to shows like this, it's all by vote, but even so, you still need to learn your members' voices. You need to learn how to connect your voice with your members.
Right.
It's like one of the basic things about music. Like if you ever do like a choir type of thing, you learn to like blend your voice with everybody else because you don't want to stick out unless you're doing like a solo thing or you know unless you're made to intentionally stand out. You need to learn how to like flow with other people, learn how to match your voice with other people because other people will do the same to you.
Right. Like
so like it's very important.
It was actually during this song. What I didn't notice at a first listen was that at the very end, you have Doyeon rapping, and also you have Hyungjun rapping with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that it took me like by complete surprise, because I was so used to hearing him as Hyungjun as a vocalist.
Yeah.
That to hear him match Doyeon's tone and flow, it took me by surprise.
Right. What's that word? Check them out. Versatile. To be versatile.
Yeah.
That took a minute.
As an English speaker, I couldn't even think about it.
Being versatile is very important in a group.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, then again, it's also okay to be, you know, strictly a vocalist. Like, I know plenty of groups where they are strictly a vocalist, you know?
Sorry, I remembered Youngjae trying to do Jackson's rap.
He's a good rapper, okay?
He is.
You can't diss him.
But when he tries to match Jackson's tone,
it doesn't work.
He sounds like he chain smokes 10 packs a day.
But as I was saying, versatility can be very important.
Yeah.
If you're going for a certain type of sound and style, you want to be able to have this like it comes all back around like to like fluidity, like the flow of things. Like you really have to like be able to adjust. Actually, I feel like one of the best I can give is NCT. Because they're so versatile.
They really are.
Let's take Taeyong, for example. NCT's overall leader. This man can dance, he can rap, he can sing, and if you listen to Baby Don't Stop, he finds his way to blend with 10. Right. Because, you know, 10 has this very specific, like, there's a certain way that he goes about singing, and especially for that type of song, they were in a more, like, seductive, sultry type place. So to do that, they actually had to, you know, like really come together and match their voices, and it's something that they executed very well. And X1 has also been able to execute this like
that
versatile, like really well. So I have a lot of expectations for X1. I have a Bruce for where they're gonna go. Sorry, I just saw it on my thigh and I was like very confused.
You're fine. There are 2 more songs left on this album though that we need to discuss.
But I mean, they were on the show.
Huh? Yeah, they were the ones that were on the show, which was You Got It and Move. But when you go on the album list, Move is actually written in Korean.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was 3 songs out of 6 listed in Korean.
Yeah.
But they also those songs were extremely well done. They flow so well with the album itself.
Mhm. Although I wasn't too big about it in the show, you know, it did get a little bit better with the fixed line. I hit my mic. I don't know if you heard that, but I hit my mic.
I didn't, but you're good.
Oh, okay. So like in the show, you already know there was like, I wasn't the biggest fan of those songs.
No. When they did those, I mean, I liked You Got It. I did. Move I did not like. But I'm also not a fan of the writer, so that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, because I remember when we were watching it and they started to announce the producers, some of them got me really hyped because I think one of them was Mad Clown, if I remember. I think.
Not 100%.
I can't remember. Because I remember one of them was somebody who I actually like really respected. And so like I was already getting like really hyped. And then we got to Zico, and I know that both me and you automatically felt disappointed.
We were like, God damn it.
But like the thing is like I can't discredit Zico because he is talented.
Oh no, I will never discredit him as a writer, as a rapper. I will never discredit him for that. However, he is not my style.
He has talent. It's all there. He is what people will consider full idol material, and I see it.
I do see
it. You
know,
he's
like
just
I just said myself, he's not my style.
I don't enjoy him. That's really it. Because like I didn't enjoy Block B. Right. I was never the type of person to really like Block B. So when Zico started doing his solo stuff, of course, I gave it a shot. So like, I don't want people to think that we base our opinions like without giving it a shot. We always give it a shot.
Right.
And especially if it's like
I did try listening to Block B. I tried listening to some of his solo stuff.
Because do you remember in the chat when I said I didn't like Block B, and then like Christine, Surgeons, and all of them jumped on me?
I did.
And then we had like this like big Block B listening party just to try and see if I would like it, and none of them did it for me.
I jumped in for part of that.
I think the only one I did like was Toy.
Right.
And like that was it.
Because there was that one song that came on and we were just like, nope. Dance her. What was it called? It's like her dance with her, something like that.
Her?
It might have been her. Yeah.
I like to tell the story about how that's like actually like a Korean play on words and whatever. That's like the only reason why I know that song.
Well, I just realized. Remember how you said that whenever you throw Korean at me, I just go da da da. I just do the same thing to you in English.
Yeah.
It's just a thing for me. There were also 3. You didn't see this part, but there were 3 songs that they did during their premiere ShowCon, which I want to point out to whoever transcribes these things in English. You spelled premiere wrong, damn it. And it bothers me because that's how it's listed on the channel. That's how I had to list it in my album, because I did download these 3 songs as well because I did enjoy them. Oh, you think you're laughing now? Wait a minute. Because I can only say 2 out of these 3. Because they're all in Korean.
You had to search it up wrong?
Huh?
Did you have to search it wrong?
I had to type it. I had to search it wrong. It
oh my God!
On VLive and YouTube as Premiere, spelled Premier. There's an extra E there, people. No, like I just said, you're laughing now. I can only say 2 of these 3 songs. Get ready for this last one, because they did Jichima, which hearing them as 11 do that was really great. They did Ippo Ippo. And then here's the
Give it to me. Go.
Son Yeonmi. in Chinese. I ain't trying that one. You know what? You want to know what it translates to on YouTube? Boyness.
That could be taken
I told you I can only say 2 of the 3.
Tennyson. Oh, you tried.
I did.
Oh, okay. Okay. Compose myself. Okay. Alright. So, what did you think of those songs?
I loved them. Well, even
Ipo Ipo was one of the songs that I enjoyed from the show.
I was like, Ipo Ipo was my favorite song on the show because it was so cute. They had the cute members in there, and then a couple of the ones that didn't classify as cute.
But they still rocked it, so...
Right, exactly. And even now, as 11, it was funny because when I look back at it, half of the members that were in Ipo Ipo in the show are now debuted as X1.
You know, there's one thing that I don't like about Survivor show. If there's one thing that I don't like about survival shows, it's always especially when it comes to produce, you know? When you look back at, like, your favorite moments from the show and whatever, and the people that you enjoyed the most aren't the ones who debuted, you know? Like, but then I also, like, feel bad for them because, you know, like, there was a lot of moments in that show where people who didn't debut had made both of us cry with how much passion that they had and whatever.
We were very happy that one didn't make it through, though.
I remember
we're not going to say names. Anyone who watched... well, actually, apparently, when that final episode aired, he did have a couple fans.
Really?
I was watching it on YouTube, and I just kept seeing his name repeatedly in English and Korean, and I'm like, oh, Lord.
Wow. Wow. I think something that was interesting between the 3 of us when we watched it was we all equally thought he was untalented.
Right. And the reason I don't want to throw a name out is because, for all intents and purposes, these young men put their heart into this for weeks.
Like I don't mean to be rude because we really did try hard to like him. We tried so hard.
We tried really hard to like.
Mm-hmm.
But they were musically very unlikable.
I know, and there was a lot of moments between me and you where we were both like, I remember I said this to you very clearly. I was like, he has potential. That was the thing. He had potential, but he just wasn't, like, he didn't have what it needed, you know?
Right.
Like,
it was a mixture of a lot of different things. But the day the show ended and we had our 11 members, I went to my Twitter right away and I said, congratulations to those who won, but do not sit there and say that they shouldn't be in the group or that this person deserved it instead of more, because for all intents and purposes, they worked hard. They're genuinely upset that they didn't make it. You know, am I sad that some people didn't make it? Yes. You know, am I mad about the final lineup? No. Am I going to be an adult about this? Yes. Because a lot of people were like, oh, if this person, it was the one I kept seeing was Peak. They were like, oh, if he doesn't make it, I'm not staying in the group. Okay, but you just said you liked 4 other members who did make it to debut, so what kind of fan are you?
Right. I mean, like, you know, as a joke, there's moments where I was like, if Suhan doesn't make it, I don't want to be there. But, like, come on. We all know that I was going to be there regardless.
Me and you, we both had our top, like, 5. And
Suhan was always number 1 for me.
Right. He was number 1. Yuvin was number 1 for me. Now, neither one of them made it into this group. However, they're set to do their own things. I still want them to do a subunit together. I want them to debut together as vocalists because their voices are so beautiful together.
I know. See, when it comes to... I had a lot of hate to throw during this season, which was something that actually shocked me because during previous produce... I'm someone who tends to enjoy survival type shows. I'm doing quotations right now.
It's okay.
Because, I enjoy things like Show Me the Money, Unpretty Rap Star, stuff like that. And so, during those shows, like, I feel like all the fans of Show Me the Money are gonna understand what I mean. We always have shade to throw during Show Me the Money.
Mm-hmm.
There's always shit to say during Show Me the Money. So when it came to like produce, I had never really hated people in it because the first season, IOI Tonga played the game.
Mm-hmm.
We knew she was gonna debut from the start. So like going through each season, even during season 2 when 101, there was nobody that I particularly hated.
Right.
Even if I didn't stand 101 afterwards.
I didn't start liking that. I like them as people. I don't like their music.
Yeah, like I don't know what it was with this season, but I just had so much hate to give this season. I hate how many people did I hate? Like 4. There was like 4 to 5 people. No, there was more than that, but like the people who made it through opening audition.
There was 3 that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were ones that we both disliked.
Mm-hmm.
And we will converse about this after we stop recording. Which is, hold on, let me pause this real quick again.
Welcome back!
We did it.
We're gonna pretend that we didn't just spill some tea.
But, I just changed the picture to one of the screenshots I took during the ShowCon.
Nice.
It's the one of them all standing under the spotlight together.
Oh, the one that you sent me.
Yeah. I asked him, I'm like, what picture do we want to use as the background for this recording? And he's like, So I sent him, like, 4 of the 30-plus X1 pictures I have on my phone.
And I picked the last one that was so dark concept. So
I called it chic and sexy, and he goes, that's JB. I'm like, well, the other one was dark and sexy, and that's Vix, so... They're dark and excitable, but I just put X.
Stop! I hate that. It was, see, I hate puns, but I don't hate all puns. There are puns that I can get behind. That is not one of the puns that I can get behind.
You also didn't like the American Dad jokes I said to you.
I didn't. I feel like I just don't like most American humor.
Good point. The only one other than, like, the couple comedians I do watch, which, if I think about it, aren't actually American.
Same.
I would say, because there was, the one, the Korean guy, I can't think of his name now. Yu
Young-jae.
Yeah, Byung-jae, that was it. Then it's Gabriel Iglesias. Like, no, my humor is not American by any shape or form. Except for the TV show The Good Place. That's about it, because that revolves around hell.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm a dark person.
Me too.
That's why we get along. Oh my god, can you imagine, like, us decorating for, like, things when we're together?
Oh my god.
Little things, not like a 6-foot-tall fucking Christmas tree. Fuck that noise.
Yo, no, me and Eric fought with a Christmas tree before, and it was like the worst thing.
I just thought this is a random question, but it's genuinely about Korean culture. I'm wondering, do y'all celebrate Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure, because then we could put spooky stuff all over the house.
Halloween is a worldwide thing.
Well, no, because some countries actually don't really celebrate Halloween because there's too many satanic rituals surrounding it.
Fair point.
I knew Korea was predominantly Catholic, Christian.
Mormon.
I mean, if we think about it, though, Christmas is a pagan ritual, so let's just forget that.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not.
Probably why I like holidays so much.
Huh?
I said it's probably why I like holidays so much.
Probably.
Because there's a good portion of them that are crazy.
Yeah. And also, if those of you are joining us for the first time or are on YouTube and unsubscribe to us and just randomly comment, Gino and our friendship is probably one of the weirdest, best things ever. When you factor in how we met.
We met weirdly. We met. I mean, if you guys want like a full, in detailed story, we've talked about it in like the introduction video, our very first podcast. You can go listen to that. But basically, we met through a YouTuber, and we ended up talking. We've been friends for almost 2 years now.
I round.
Around 2 years now.
No, I'm saying I round up to 2 years because it's been it'll be official for me and James being friends. Around December will be officially 3 years.
And then a little bit after that is when we met.
A couple months later, I first started talking to you. Mm-hmm. And then we just became Twitter friends, which moved on to Amino, which when you moved to the U.S., we exchanged phone numbers right away.
Mm-hmm. Like, literally, as soon as I got my phone number switched.
You went on Amino or Twitter and you were like, "What's your phone number?" I'm like,
I was like, "Give it."
And then it was just like real quick thing. And then that was just kind of like we talk on the phone as often as we can. It used to be every other day, but life gets in the way.
Yeah. I've been kind of taking a break from everything as of recently. Just kind of because I haven't been in, the best area to kind of be around people.
That's why I just said, like, life gets in the way.
Yeah. I've been trying to, like, push myself.
I noticed that you do it with me and James the most. Mm-hmm. Because the three of us are pretty much, like, we are pretty inseparable when you think about it.
We are. We're JBJ, man.
JBJ 2.0.
Yeah. For those of you who don't get it, James, Brianna, JBJ, like the group, or whatever. We're K-pop nerds. We get it? Okay.
The best is when we all come together and, like, talk about one anime.
On occasion.
On occasion. But, we do try and keep in touch with each other.
That one anime that all of us bond over is Utano Prince.
Utano no Prince Sama, yeah. That's because Milano Mamoru is a god.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not.
But between me and you, we both have very different anime
styles, yeah.
She tends to watch all of the, like, shoujo stuff. I'm out here in the shonen.
Yeah.
Like, with all the, like, action and, like, the horror genre. Like, that's where I reside.
And I'm a chicken shit. Because I tried to watch, there was one on Hulu. It was there for a while. And I can't remember what the name of it was. I think it was just, like, Eyes or something. And it scared the shit out of me.
Eyes?
I don't remember exactly. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Because I do have Hulu downloaded onto my phone.
I actually do too now.
Huh?
I got Eric to put Hulu on my phone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anime Adventures. Scroll all the way down until I just get to the more anime options.
Mm-hmm. I just heard your fingernail hit your screen.
I need to, like, trim my nails because it's getting to the point where I, like, bang my hand on everything. And then I'm in pain.
Rude. Oh my god, I did a bad the other day, and do you remember how I burned myself?
Yeah?
Well, you know how, like, burns, they then blister, right?
Right.
I tore it apart.
Dumbass.
What do you expect from me? You know I pick at things.
Oh, now I'm wondering, because there might have been a number in front of it. Because if there's a number in front of it, then it's going to be, like, all the way at the bottom, and I'm not scrolling that far, even though Hulu has very limited anime options.
I'm trying to think of...
I can't... It was a horror one, and I have the weird thing is, somewhere at home, I do have them all written down, because I literally went through all of Hulu, read the synopsises of the anime, and then decided from there if I wanted to watch it. Oh, no, I'm a dumb fuck. Where did I get eyes? It was called Parasite.
Oh my god. Really? Parasite freaked you out?
I get freaked out easily.
There's some shows that you better not watch then.
No shit.
If you think
Even
Parasite was bad.
I haven't been on an anime kick lately, or even a Korean kick.
I've been watching way too much anime.
I was watching, there's this dude on, YouTube, his name is Patty Mayo, and he's a fake bounty hunter, I think.
What the fuck do you watch?
A lot of weird shit.
I see that.
It's weird. I don't know why. I like watching people get tased.
No.
Whoa. It's funny. They ridge up and then they fall.
Oh my god. I think it's time we end this. We need to end this because you're getting too out of pocket. So
we need to end this because we're rambling.
K-Casters, I hope you enjoyed this ramble episode where we briefly talked about X1, never even talked about the whole MNet thing.
MNet's fucked up. Chances are Produce 101 is not going to be a thing next year. They're probably going to take a couple years off.
I doubt it if they ever return.
Oh no, it'll still return because they still have other similar shows coming out to it, like World Class.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Also, we are going to see how it works out, but Gino and I are both designing t-shirts. As of right now, I'm only making the one for myself, Gino, and James, because James is our news source.
James, most of the majority of the stuff that we talk about, we get it from James. So, like, if we need, you call him Lord Google.
I do. You call him Lord Google, too.
Not as often as you.
No, he's saved in my phone as Lord Google.
Exactly. And so, like, all of that information, all of our stats, the things, like, if we don't seek it out ourselves, we hear it from James, we're like, oh, we should mention this in the podcast.
Exactly.
Or whatever. So, like, James is, like, the unknown member of this podcast,
right.
know?
He has hosted with us once.
We need to get him in it again.
We do. Maybe just for nostalgia's sake, 17's having another comeback.
Yeah, we could probably bring him in for that.
Right. But so Gino is working on the logo for K-Popcast podcast. Mm-hmm. I've thrown in my own little bits as well. So far, the only thing is that it's going to be the similarity between the shirts is the color of them, which as of right now, they are bright yellow.
Between me and you, between the three of us, me and you have a dark skin.
Right.
Compared to James,
is very pale.
James is paper, bro.
Where's my Facebook? Because
my
the thing is, on Facebook, you know how you can have select photos?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have one of the K-pop heart, one of me, a picture from the Day 6 concert, the Stray Kids concert, Astro, one of our Light 6 from GOT7. Then there is a picture of me and James from Astro, and the picture of me and you on the bus to GOT7.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are watching the video right now, that is James. He is our Lord Google.
He is the underappreciated member of K-pop cast podcast.
It's so funny. I'm looking at this picture because it's the one that sums up our friendship of him just like glaring at me and me sticking my tongue out. Our hair colors match.
Yeah. I remember that you guys got matching hair colors, and I was like, my parents.
Yeah, we're your
funny thing is James has accepted me as his son at this point.
No, it's not at this point. Literally, at one point in our chat of friends, they're like, "Wait, so if Bree's mom, does that mean James is dad?" And James, I only claim Jino.
I am the only one that matters.
And there is the picture of me and Jino from GOT7. It's the cute one of us with the black hearts.
Yeah, that one was adorable.
All of the pictures we took on that bus were adorable. And you also, all of you got a glimpse of my Facebook name, so if you want to add me on Facebook, get ahead. Literally, the only thing I ever share is, like, K-pop content. my family has straight up asked me if I want to be Korean. And I went, I was like, I'm content being Italian. It shouldn't be weird for me to appreciate another culture, another language, another music. It should not be weird.
It shouldn't be, but I mean people are so close-minded.
Considering that, especially that it's from my family, who have seen me go through phases where I listened to nothing but Celtic music, nothing but Italian music, show tunes. There was a stint of nothing but Japanese music. Like, I listened to My Chemical Romance, and they thought I had to go to therapy.
But, yeah. Bump that shit. My Chemical Romance, NPR all the way.
I put on it was the Black Parade album.
Oh my god. So, when I was a young boy.
It wasn't even that song. It was the song Mama.
Mama, we all go to hell. Right. Mama, we all go to hell.
My family hears that and they think I need to go to therapy again.
I mean,
I probably did, but
I mean, at least it wasn't like Helena or like I'm Not Okay or whatever.
No, that's just the music videos that, played in the house at all times. In the defense of art, Helena was a beautiful MV.
It was. So long and good night. So long and good night.
On that note, have a nice night, K-Casters.
Good night, K-Casters.
Bye.